Hello, this is George here, and I'm just spontaneously doing here this video because my wife and I are having a party Saturday. We're having what I'm calling, or what we are calling, a letter party, and we're inviting our guests to bring a letter that was written to them. And it doesn't have to be a handwritten letter; it could have been an email or a note or something that was written to that person. And everybody has to bring a letter, and then they're gonna then a letter to share. So we're gonna ask everyone uh, to share the letter if they would and read it to us, and then we can have a discussion about it if we want. And so, of course, part of the you know besides cleaning up and trying to get stuff ready for our party, our food, and all that business, um, got to find our own letters. And Jan and I have been very busy since we built and moved into this house 5 years ago. I'm sure, well, we just threw them on the shelves down the basement, and hopefully we're gonna find them. Well, anyway, I fortunately was able to find mine pretty quickly this afternoon, and haven't looked at this for years. I don't think anything has got in here since probably 2001, 2002, and most of the stuff in here I've been finding has been from college and high school days, and and just the stuff that we find, and I just it's just really crazy. So sorry, dropping my mic there. I'm sorry to throw you around. Show you a couple here. This was a really sweet. Hope you can see this okay. It's somebody, my friend Jenny, dear Jenny, put together a bunch of poems and wrote me this really sweet thank you card. I read now, and I'm sure I read it when she sent it. But it just when you see these things, that what people did do for you, um, and their heart and soul, and in that moment of time is all encased in a piece of paper, or in that case, a piece of art almost. And she put all these beautiful thank you poems on here. Just it's really sweet. What a great friend, Jenny. Thank you. That's Jenny Olmsted Trujulo is her married name. I'm afraid I can't say her married name very well. But what a sweet thing, really. And of course, now I'm Facebook friends with her still, which is great. I think this, I saw this, and I don't know if you can read it. It says, "The planet Earth. Wish you were here, Linkert. Heart, you know who." I, I'm thinking that this might have been from high school. Maybe the Woodwinds, Linda. Maybe you could tell me if you remember writing those sort of things. Um, Anyway, I saved that for some reason. It made me laugh as soon as it popped out. I'm like, oh my gosh, look at that. But anyway, I found a letter. Actually, I had started writing to one of my professors from school. Uh, I wish I could find the rest of it because that was a great letter. I was about my first job that I was about to take in Herman, Minnesota. Uh, and the interview and then seeing the band, which was a crazy experience. I first turned down the job before I accepted it because it was not going to be pleasant, but it worked out great. But anyway, but I'm going to read a letter just because I haven't read this letter yet. I been finding letters from grandparents who are now have now passed on, and it's all you get the paper and you smell the old house. This is from Grandma Linkert in this lovely manuscript, in this paper. I've gotten several letters in this kind of paper. This is dated Wednesday 19th. Doesn't have a year. I hope we can figure out the year as we read it here. But I'm going to read this if I can. It says, "Dear Matt, thank you for the beautiful Valentine." So it must be February the 19th. "Was so nice of you to remember us." And then parentheses, "Put McAndrews Road instead of 125th Street in your address book." Like I had an address book. Okay. um, our street name has changed. Grandpa is doing better. Has a doctor appointment this afternoon. He hasn't been outside yet. It's so slippery. I hate to see him fall. Our yard is like a skating rink. He started to play the organ a few times, but the violin he hasn't. His fingers are numb. Yeah. But he always says he'd like to play the horn, but doesn't have the ambition to do so. Of course, it's only 2 weeks last Tuesday that he had surgery. I think he's doing great for his age. I told him he'll be sorry. I told him he'll be strong in 6 weeks. Glad he had this done in winter, so by spring he'll be fine. Um, oh here. How is the snow melting there? So maybe she thinks maybe I'm in college. This might be my freshman year in college. It's gone down 2 inches, they say. The water has. This has been 2000 or 1991. The water was running yesterday, 42 above. How's the bands going? I bet they're doing good with a leader like you. Oh, well, maybe this is. I bet you this is. I'm sorry. This might be my first year teaching. Good with a leader like you. We're so proud to tell the people about our grandson, a band leader. You are going to do great. Good. Hope you can get closer here next year. Or do they want you to stay? Yeah. So this must have been after I'd taken my first job in Herman, Minnesota, my guess. I'm making bean soup. It smells so good. 15 different beans in it. Missed you for our spots tonight at Christmas time. We had it and sang our songs. Talked about you not being here with your horn. We all missed you. Your folks didn't make it either. We'll plan for next year. Well, Matt, have to get ready to take Grandpa to doctor. So we'll mail this. Take care and keep your chin up and be yourself. You will succeed. We pray for you as we do for all our grandchildren. Thank you again for the card. Happy Valentine's Day to you. And we love you very much. God bless you, Grandma. Well, that would be a difficult letter to read at my letter party. Oh, I would have brought tissues if I knew this is what happened. Okay, well, maybe make a note for the letter party. Have tissues in case somebody brings a letter from Grandpa. So, maybe opening this big box of letters. No, not that big. Not that many people wrote to me, but might have been the best idea this afternoon. But anyway. It just makes you think about letters and, with email now. It's so different these days. And what will our children look through? What boxes are they going to look through? Or directories on their computer, I guess? I'm not sure. But Thank you, Grandma and Grandpa. Happy Valentine's Day. I love you.